Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. I am Old Man 102. Welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to FS25 on the 7 species Homestead map. Alright, so let's get this mess picked up that we made last time. While we're doing this, let's take a quick peek at contracts. I know there's not going to be much out there. Harvest red beets, but I'm not chasing this thing. Plowing. We don't have a plow yet, so we'd have to borrow that. Yeah, let's just not mess with it. But we shall get the stones picked up. Be more lime for our fields once we cut fields in. I hope everyone is doing well today. It is Wednesday, the 14th of May. As I record this, I have no idea where half of this month is gone already. Well, almost half the month. One day. Now, alrighty then. What do we get? 26,000 liters. Do we miss anything? I don't think so. Alright, that should be a good bit of lime towards our adventures once we get there. Alright, let's get you taken care of. I'll stick you over here next to your buddy, Mr. Tree Muncher. So why are we on one speed? There we go. Eventually we'll get more sheds. I just don't want to spend the money right now. Alright, so we should own this piece of property now. Yeah. So all this grass that was not cut before can get cut now. Alright, let's start back here. And we'll figure out our boundaries. So this should put us, yeah, all right. Oh, alrighty then. What do you mean I can't lift? No. There we go. Oh. Oh. Oh, come on. There we go. I want them both down. Alright, we should be golden. There we go. And I'm probably not driving the straightest of lines. Alright, should be like just this side of that tree. Oh, not what I wanted. Definitely not what I wanted. I hit the wrong damn button. Alright. We should be good to go straight down from here. Oh, I can go over a little bit further. Okay, so this tree should have came out. So I can probably go down this side of this tree. We missed a tree, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I can go over a little bit further yet. Alright, close enough. Alright, is the front not down? Oh, the front one's down. Okay. It's really hard to tell when there's no grid marks or anything if you're driving in a straight line or not. Now the other question is how far down are we going towards field 1? We'll stop here at the road and see how much further we can go. hit the right button this time, old man. Alright, just a little bit further at the edge of our property. Alright, I'm not going to take any chances. Oh, we could get those wood chips picked up now. Now that we own this piece of property. Alright, let the fun begin. We know where our boundary is. So I hope everyone is having fun with the map. By the time this video goes up, everybody should be playing on it. Yeah, we're not going to have the straightest of lines, but it's grass. Our baler has a pretty good pickup area on it. I'm not going to do, well, because of Giants patch last week, and then I spent 5 days ripping my hair out, like Thursday, Friday, pretty much Thursday, Friday, Saturday, fixing everything. I'm not going to do much modding this coming weekend. I'm just going to pretty much, I think, play games and chill this weekend. My head is still scrambled from fixing and refixing and fixing again all the crap that Giants broke. So I think I'm just going to chill this weekend. Because the map will go to the, well, the Patreons have it, and then, well, as of this recording, the Patreons have it. And then it's going to go, it'll go public to everyone. And then I have the, nope, hold on, up. Alright, and then I have the garden and mixing station ready to go to Dixie. I think I'm going to get that to her tonight. So that should go to the Patreon members this weekend. Should. You know, the garden makes everything that you need to make pig food with, and then the mixing station will make pig food and TMR all in one factory. So you don't need two separate factories for that on the map. And then I'm working on a vineyard. Well, whatever grapes we have in the map now. And then I'm working on a vineyard that's going to do red grapes and green grapes on top of the regular grapes we have. And then I'm working on a, that's pretty much ready. And then I have got the winery started, so I got to finish the winery. And that'll be for the following weekend. So a little bit of modding going on behind the scenes besides fixing all the maps. And then I want to. The next thing is the next project after the winery. I want to make something that we can deal with all of the clay with, because we're really not using clay for anything. So I want to come up with a factory that we can really use the clay. And then I've not seen from anybody a butcher or a slaughterhouse yet. So I'm still trying to figure that coding and XML work. This should be a pretty good bit of grass on top of the bales that we already have on the ground. We don't need to save any of this for the composter. This is all going straight to silage. So yeah, so after we get these bales done, we'll be able to come back over and pick up these wood chips that we had issues with, that were not on our property. Yeah, but that's running on 2-speed. It'll get our factories running a little bit quicker. Alright, I think I want one more headland up this side, just so we can have room to turn around. Alright, that'll work. Let's go ring around the rosy, circle the forest. So yeah, I think we're saving up for the Scorpion King. Well, let's just get this side while we're at it. No, we won't have to worry about it. We'll have plenty of room to turn around. Look at all that money sitting out there. Let's get ourselves one more headland around this mess. So I started Foundry. I think I mentioned this last episode, and I'm already bored with it. Like, I have no desire to play. And then today, update 3 to Captain of Industry came out, and I know I've done it a couple playthroughs on it, and I know I'm not the best at that game. I pretty much suck at the game, but I think I want to give it another go. So when I'm done recording this episode, I want to download Captain of Industry again, and I'm going to look through the different. I think there's another new map, but don't hold me to that, because I've not read all the patch notes. But I've been following the devs Discord on update 3 for a while, so I've had my eye on update 3 for a while. So instead of doing Foundry, I may jump back into Captain of Industry. And see what update 3 is all about. Because I've never done trucks and trains or whatever's in the game from the last major update. But it doesn't get the greatest of views, only because, you know, I suck at it. But I think I want to jump back in and give it a go. Probably start a new save on a new map and just go from there. Let's get down to this side where we can just go back and forth. Plenty of room to turn around now. Get this side of the forest cut and then jump on the other side. Figure out what farmland we're going to get next. Probably one with all grass and no forest, since we have this entire forest here to cut. So as you can tell by now, I think we're episode 16. I've been avoiding Mammoth Mill in the mines yet. Because I want to get, after we get the, there's a wedgie. Maybe the baler will suck them up and they'll be inside of their silage bales. But after we get our Scorpion King, which is next on the list, I want to focus on getting all the farm equipment we need, the plows and seeders and rollers and fertilizer spreaders, lime spreaders. That's next on the list. So we can start cutting fields in. And then we'll rely on not so much silage bales, we'll rely on our firewood factory and our mulch charcoal factory to make us our cash. And then I think the other thing I want to work on, and I may do that this week. Like I said, I don't want to do any modding. I'm going to end up modding this weekend. I want to come up with something for the mushrooms. I'm thinking maybe we take the mushrooms and the charcoal, and we do some kind of grilled mushrooms. Maybe take the greenhouses. Maybe we'll do like grilled tomatoes. Whatever's in the greenhouses, maybe we can get grilled hot peppers or chili peppers or whatever they are. Come up with a couple things to use our mushrooms in our, and then we'll even up the price a little bit further because we're going to be using stuff from the greenhouses, and we'll be using the charcoal. So we'll up the price on it so it pays pretty well. Maybe throw some grilled fish in there, since we have fishing on the map. So maybe some kind of grill house. Maybe we'll take the apples and the wood chips. Maybe I'll add another bag to that little factory that makes charcoal and mulch. Maybe we'll do like apple pellets and then throw them in the grill house. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot more grass here than the last section we cut. I'm almost positive. We're definitely going to end up with more bales than the last area we just cut. I don't even know if I'm going to get this whole area cut in an hour. May have to finish this between episodes. We'll get to Scorpion King, and then I want to get a bunch of farm sheds and start getting our farmyard set up. Not too concerned with getting a house yet, because I want to put one down that we have to build. So I want to put a house down that we have to build. So that's why I'm not in a big hurry to get rid of our tent. Now, once we start getting all the equipment we need, we'll probably buy the area where Field 1 is. And then just start putting fields in next to it. Well, I just made a mess out of that pile. So yeah, when I'm done with this, I'll have to wait for it to render because I really can't play anything while it's running through my rendering process. My computer's not that good, where I can have a video rendering and then record something while it's rendering. It's not good at all. It's just I'm just asking for trouble at that point. But after I get it rendered, I'm going to grab some dinner while it's rendering, and then when it's uploading, I'm going to mess around, I think, with Captain of Industry. The problem with playing the game is, and there's nothing wrong with the game itself, it's me. I'm not good with figure out like belts and buses. Like all my belts end up being like spaghetti, like crisscrossing over one another, and I've got to get better at coming up with like what they call a main bus for the material onto like splitters and mergers and all that. That's probably why I don't get really far with Factorio. Because once I get to that point, it's just a bunch of spaghetti. Alright, we shall call this area good. Yeah, I'm thinking we're getting more bales than the last section. Oh, maybe this next piece of property will be straight back from this one. Seems to be all trees and no forest. We'll use our tree muncher to get all the little single individual trees out. And again, I'm still tempted to put another factory down. We'll have all that wood, all those wood chips, to make more charcoal and mulch. Yeah, so I'll have to keep an eye on the firewood factory, the large one. We're probably going to have to throw some trees in there. Probably before we sleep tonight, I'm thinking. But things will get much easier once we can buy the Scorpion King. We should be able to afford it once we get those silage bales picked up. So I did send the map to Species 7, so I'm hoping he does a Let's Play on it. I've not heard back from him. I think he's waiting for the map to go public. This may be a bigger area than the first set of bales we did. I'll have to go look at our baler. See how many we got out of this last section. I know it was 144 the first time. But I can't remember how many bales we did this last time. It wasn't quite that many. I think it was just over 100. I definitely want to get the winery finished this weekend. So I want to get it down on this map and start using it. And then I definitely want to get into all the animals. But then once we get into sheep, instead of just cutting this meadow, we'll actually create a grass field and fertilize it, lime it, and just to get the better yield off of it. I mean, this is fine early game to get us started, but we could probably get double the amount off of it if it was a real field with lime and rolling and fertilizer and all that good stuff. We'd probably get double the yield. So we'll probably do that once we get into sheep. We'll probably just make ourselves a real grass field. Oh, this is a never-ending field. Or I should say a never-ending meadow. I should have done one more headland. Those trees are going to be a pain in our butt now. Yeah, well, I want to get some. I want to get the sheds down. I want to get like a workshop down. We need to get the gas tank down. We need to get the repair station down, the karsher, the washer. I think it may be time to break out the larger mower. We may end up trading this in. Man, the hand's starting to go numb with the carpal tunnel with all this up and down. Constant pressure on the buttons on the Xbox One control and the trigger. My hands will be numb. I won't be able to play Captain of Industry later. Dinner's going to be easy. I'm just throwing fish and french fries in the oven. "20 minutes later, dinner on the plate." Yeah, we gotta remember to come back and take that one lonely tree out. There's another wedgie. We're gonna have to come and pick them all up. They're going to give us a hard time when we bring the plow over as well. Maybe as we're baling them, as we bale through here, we come across them, maybe we'll pull the chainsaw out and see if I can't cut them up again. Made a mess with the front blade. But I think I'm going to call it here. I'll finish mowing this off camera, maybe get the baling started. Hopefully I have a little bit of time before I have to record the next episode. But I'm going to call it here. I am Old Man 102. Please smash that like and subscribe on your way out and have an awesome day.